Boom, good morning. Good morning. Coach Michael Burt. How you guys doing this morning? 5:29 coming to you. Early bird special this morning. And if you watch these on YouTube, my name's Coach Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. We coach probably 1,000 to 2,000 people a month. What's up, Brad? Headed to the airport this morning to fly to Miami. Actually, for me to get some coaching. Because I believe everybody needs a coach in life. So I'm never going to tell you guys to do something that I don't do. You'll never hear me tell you to prospect without watching me prospect. You'll never hear me tell you to follow up 7 to 15 touches if you don't see me doing that. You'll never hear me tell you, get in the gym in the morning if my big booty ain't in the gym. So, I like to come to you, give you some inspiration, get you focused for the day. I believe the prey drive is an instinct in you to see something with the eyes and have the persistence and the intensity, Jeff Wright, to pursue it. And I've got an interesting topic this morning. I'm on this kick about flip the switch and activation of prey drive. I'm writing that book right now. It's my 17th book. And writing a book is a labor of love. Jeff Wright, I think you're writing a book, so you're seeing what a labor of love writing a book really is, folks. And so, I'm writing this book, and I'm going deep on this concept of, how do you activate and reactivate a person's prey drive? Well, interesting enough, prey drive is typically activated by something external from you, Sam. Although it's internal, like it's inside of you, I believe it's latent and undeveloped. If you go back and watch the webinar I did last night, 5 levels of prey drive, I actually believe that many times our prey drive is activated by something somebody does to us. Right, Ruby Barnes? And so there's all kinds of ammunition, guys. And it's how you use this. Now, between what happens to you and response to what happens to you is a space. And in that space lies your ability to choose your response. Okay, so let me just give you an example, because the title of today's topic is what do you do with people who irritate you? Well, some people can't help themselves but to irritate other people. It's like their coping mechanism to deal with whatever they got going on in their life, right? They're typically not doing very big things, and so they spend a lot of their time worried about other people. I do not have time to worry about you. I love you. I want you to be successful. But I sure as hell ain't got time to wake up every day and send an email or a text message or to worry about you and what you got going on in your life. Okay, I just ain't got time to do it. And this is kind of an indicator of big time people and not big time people. Big time people don't have time to deal with this. So I woke up this morning, and we sometimes run these ads, and the ads promote a book or promote something, and we've got an ad running right now for my book Person of Interest, and it's called a free plus shipping ad, which means the book is free. There's a cost to the book to somebody. There's a cost to somebody to ship it to you. There's a cost to somebody to warehouse it, and so it's a free plus paid shipping, which means you get the book for free, but you got to pay for the shipping, and because sometimes shipping is $15, sometimes it's $4, we just charge a flat rate of $9.95. Okay, so I wake up to an email this morning from a gentleman, Tommy Davidson, that said, I thought it was free. Seems like a scam to me. And I'm like, so I messaged him back. I'm like, don't buy it. You damn bozo. Just don't buy the book. If you don't want to buy it, if you don't want to pay the $9.95, if you don't see the value in it, then just don't buy it. But don't take the time to email me and look like somebody who's cheap. Because that's exactly what it comes across, man. If you won't spend $9.95 on a book that could change your life, then you're cheap. So what do you do with that? Well, you don't let it bother you, number one. What you do is you say, man, who cares? You use these negative people in your life to motivate you. And these negative people is like ammunition, right? So remember, prey drive is an instinct to see something and pursue it. You see it with the eyes or in the mind, and you have the intensity and the persistence to pursue it. But you can't pursue it if you're constantly worried about what other people think about you. If you're constantly worried about these things, because what it does is it eats up good mental energy, man. And you got to make up your mind. I'm in the business of building, maintaining, and protecting my confidence. I'm not in the business of having other people erode my confidence. Erosion means chipping away. So think about this. The Bobby Castro called them non-refundable seconds. The non-refundable seconds that you never get back because you spent them on something that didn't produce anything, right? And typically, when you're spending time on what other people think about you, it's a non-refundable second. You're spending time going back. I probably shouldn't even email the dude back. But you know what? It was 4:15 in the morning. And I'm like, just don't buy the book, man. If you don't want to pay the $9.95, you ain't got to call me a scam or whatever it is you want to call me, right? Just call it what it is. Just call yourself cheap, right? So Jeff Wright said, cheap minds make for cheap lives. Bad attitudes make for hard lives, folks. When you spend your time worrying about other people and bring a negative attitude's a posture of the body represented by a physical state. When you spend your time doing this, man, ain't nothing good comes from it. Don't come for you, don't come for anybody else. So I want to encourage you, as you start to do big things in the world, there will be more resistance. Good morning, Sean Vernon. Good morning, Stephanie. Abby Beals, right? As you start to do big things in the world, there will be resistance. If there's no resistance in your life, then it's probably an indicator that you're really not doing anything big. So the resistance is actually a positive because it's an indicator. And the indicator is, man, you're up, you're out there, you're putting yourself out there, you're doing something good, you're meeting some resistance. So I always heard something, and like something Alex Hormozy said, which is turn any envy you have of another person into intrigue. Convert your interest in another person. Nancy, thank you for that. Convert it into intrigue. Like, I'm not envious of people. I see what people do, and I'm like, man, that's cool. That person is a really cool person. They have big ideas. They're doing big things. Like, I'm intrigued. I'm not envious, right? Small-minded people are envious, jealous. They take shots. And many times they do it on Facebook, which is, man, it's such a low-level thing to do. Like, don't take shots at people. Like, some people take my books and they'll make comments to other people like, oh, you know, you're doing this, and you know, and it's really like a backhanded shot. Well, I'm not a dumbass, guys. Like, I know what you're doing. I just choose to ignore it because it ain't interesting to me to spend your time doing that to other people. Now, if you do it to me, here's what I know, John Hart. They'll do it to other people. They do it to me, they'll do it to other people. Now, so I want to encourage you, man. If there's irritation in your life, frustration, people irritate you, this is a big part, so I'm glad you stuck around for this. Don't allow that to become a distraction. And that word distract means to pull apart. So when we participate in that drama, Joshua, what we really do is we allow ourselves to become distracted away from our bigger purpose. Because we're really taking those non-refundable seconds. And we're spending a minute over here, Sam, that we should be spending over here. And you can't do two things simultaneous at the same time. The brain can't think on two things simultaneous at the same time. So I get the same kind of frustration you guys do. As shocking as it is when I put out so much positive, you'd be shocked how much negative, how negative people are to me. If I showed you some of the messages that people send me, the negative messages, I get a lot of positive messages, but I also get a lot of negative messages. All I do is like, come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you for doing that. You gave me some extra fuel today. And sometimes you need to fuel the tank, man. And sometimes that is the activator of the prey drive. So what do you do with people that irritate you? You let it motivate you. That's the big moral of the story today. You do one thing. You say, thank you. I needed that. Thank you. I needed that to go do something bigger today. So to the guy that emailed me this morning who said I was a scam and didn't want to buy the book, man, just don't buy the book. Don't matter to me. If you buy it or not, people do buy it. I think it'll change their life. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But don't take the time to email me to tell me I'm a scam, right? Because it just makes you look bad. All right, and this is the thing I would tell people. Like, how you handle conflict either opens the door to future potential or it closes the door, man. It either opens it or it closes it. How you handle and deal with other people when things do not go the way you want them to, okay, actually opens the door to potential future, or it closes the door. So if you have disagreement with somebody, just do it. Disagree in a professional way. Say, man, I don't quite agree with that, but hey, man, do your thing. What do you do with people that irritate you? You use it to activate your prey drive. Guys, thank you very much. I'm headed to Miami, Florida. I believe everybody needs a coach. I believe a good coach can change your life. So go out there today and crush it, man. I believe in you. I believe in you. Let's roll.